Well, at least we favored to win the first pick in the draft. There is that. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. And today we're talking football. Houston Texans football. The Houston Texans fall to the LA Chargers 34-24. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Before we get in there, like I've been telling you before, if you're liking the content, make sure you're liking the channel. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Make sure you comment on all the videos. Make sure you're sharing all the videos on all social media platforms. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, any type of social media platform you use. Make sure you share it on them same social media platforms as well. Also, follow me on social media. The links in the description below. We giving away 30-day free Amazon Prime. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, you tripping. Why you missing Thursday Night Football? You are out here missing Thursday Night Football. Hit the link in the description. If you sign up, they're giving away a free 30 days. Your first 30 days for free. Hit the link in the description. Houston Texans play on Thursday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles November 3rd. On Thursday Night Football, NFL Prime. I know you want to watch it. Well, as I sit back and say that, y'all probably don't. To be honest, you might not really want to watch that game. That's a conversation for a whole nother day. But we're gonna talk about that we're gonna talk about that one on another video. But hit the link in the description, get your free 30 days of Amazon Prime. Also follow me on social media. Like I said, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, comment on the channel, share the channel. Let's get this channel growing and growing and growing. I really, really appreciate that. Now, like I said, the Houston Texans fall to the LA Chargers 34-24 and now fall to 0-3-1 on the season. And my one question is, are y'all really surprised? Did y'all really think the Houston Texans are going to go back-to-back years and upset and surprise the LA Chargers at home? Like I said, going into the game, the Chargers already got they fluke win, they fluke loss out the year when it comes to losing to a bad team when they lost to Jacksonville, got surprised by Jacksonville. Even though they did come in here like a wounded duck, a wounded bird, and they almost gave up the game. But at the end of the day, they still prevailed and got the win. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Like I said, the Houston Texans, Davis Mills was 26 at 35 for 74.3 completion percentage. Really don't let that fool y'all. 246 yards, had 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, was sacked 4 times, and had a quarterback rating of 88.5. Dameon Pierce rushed the ball 14 times for a career high 131 yards, averaging 9.4 yards a carry, 1 touchdown that came off a 75-yard run, which is the third longest rushing touchdown in franchise history. Behind number 1 is Lamar Miller, hit that 99 yard on Monday Night Football against the Titans a couple years ago, and then Justin Forsett hit a I think it was like an 83-yarder on Thanksgiving against the Detroit Lions. The one where his arm actually hit the ground. He really was down, but the Lions coach tried to challenge it at that time. If you threw out a challenge flag during a touchdown, it was a penalty, so they couldn't review it or something like that. So it upheld. So that's technically the second longest run in franchise history. And now Dameon Pierce comes and adds in the third longest rush for a touchdown. Nico Collins had, if I'm not mistaken, this might be a career day for Nico. Targeted 5 times, had 3 catches for 83 yards. Had his career high 58-yard reception. I know that's his career high in reception. Brandon Cooks targeted 7 times, had 7 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. Rex Burkhead targeted 5 times, caught 5 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Justin Herbert was 27-39 for 69.2 completion percentage, 340 yards, had 2 touchdowns, no interception, was sacked once, had a quarterback rating of 113.2. Eckler had 13 rushes for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns, but then also tacked on 6 catches for 49 yards. Mike Williams was targeted 11 times, had 7 catches for 120 yards. And the Titan Everett was targeted 6 times, had 5 catches for 61 yards. See, this game has 2 different things going on. One, the defense really couldn't stop a nosebleed for the most part. They really couldn't. And the thing is, they really didn't get ran over. I really thought that Austin Eckler was going to run all over the Texans. The Texans had the worst rush defense going into this game. I thought they were going to be able to go run all over the Houston Texans. And for the most part, they really didn't run all over the Houston Texans. But when they needed to get yards, when they needed to move the football, they did. Now, the Chargers did go out on like game busters and boom, start off 21-0, like skunk. 21 skunk. Pass the controller. Back in the day, if you playing Madden, you down 21. Hey, pass the controller. You got 21 skunk. That's really what happened when it came to this game. To be completely quite honest, the Texans really at the beginning could not stop them. The Davis Mills threw an interception on the third play of the game. We're gonna talk about that, but that's really what got the game kind of kickstarted in favor for the Chargers. And the Chargers had a 21-point lead, and to be honest, kind of for the most part, after that, really put the game on cruise control. And that putting the game on cruise control almost cost them the game. Now, on the Texas side, like I said, Dameon Pierce had a career day. The 75-yard touchdown scamper, which, by the way, I think possibly saved Davis Mills for another week. Saved him until the bye week, because Kyle Allen was on the sideline warming up. He was on the sideline warming up, and he put on his helmet. I believe Kyle Allen was about to go in the game. Kyle Allen was on the sideline warming up, and the next play, Dameon Pierce breaks a 75-yard touchdown right before halftime, and now you go into halftime instead of going down 21-0, possibly 28-0 going into halftime. You go into halftime down 21-7. Some momentum starts to shift a little bit for the Texans' favor. They just start doing a couple things. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's when Rex Burkhead you got a good little drive going. That's when Rex Burkhead gets his touchdown. And then the Texans defense were able to get a couple stops in the crucial moments in the third quarter. Then, actually in the fourth quarter, late third, early fourth. And then that's when you see the big 58 reception, big 50-yard drive. It was a good pass. I ain't gonna lie, it was a good pass by Davis Mills to Nico to get him, and then they backdoor, and right there throws a touchdown. The very first touchdown to a receiver, by the way, to Brandon Cooks. And now it's a 20. It's 24. I think at this time it's 20. No, it's 27. It's 27 this time. It's 27 because the Chargers tacked on a couple field goals in the third quarter. It's 27-24. And it seems like the Texans got a little momentum. And then DeAndre Carter, we all know well, fumbles on the kickoff return and gets the Texans right back into the mix because he fumbles on the kickoff return. The Texans get it, and they don't have Dameon Pierce in. They don't have Dameon Pierce in because I think it's like a bad play to Rex, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Then King Green misses a block and Davis Mills gets sacked, and then he throws a pass. He throws a pass to O.J. Howard, which is. But I know some people say O.J. Howard should have caught it, and if you live by the code, like and touch the receiver hands, yes, he should have caught it. He threw it high, and I kind of sort of why he threw it high, because he was throwing to Derwin James, because Derwin James makes a play on the football and bats it up in the air, but he still did throw it off target, and maybe you shouldn't be throwing to him in that sequence. Maybe that's more so where the problem really lies, that you really couldn't throw him. You really shouldn't be throwing to him in that sequence. But in all, Texans end up getting the field goal, and then again when it's time to start the Chargers, when you need to stop the Chargers, you can't stop them. They get a touchdown. They go up by 10. Davis Mills gets the ball. He's trying to make a couple things happen. He throws another pick. The second pick is whatever. The first pick, even though he was hit by Cleo Mack, it was still a high throw. And like I said, you could, if you want to say he got hit by Cleo Mack, that's fine. But it still was a high throw. You really can't produce offensively when you need to. Just point blank period. Like when you need to produce offensively, you can't. And this is the biggest thing when it comes to Davis Mills. Davis Mills might be the biggest front runner. And what I mean by that is that he does not do well under pressure. And I don't even mean pressure like a pass rusher. I'm talking about pressure of situations. Because when there's low pressure, low expectations, he balls. Like, that's the reason why he comes out. And, that's the reason why towards the end of the season last year, he had the nice little stretch. You had a nice little decent game against the Chargers last year because there really wasn't no expectations. You had a little decent game in the beginning in the first half against the Patriots last year because there were no expectations. You can ball out in garbage time against the Rams because there's no expectations. You're down 21-0 to the Titans in the last game of the season, and then you come back and start throwing punches and able to put up points. Because there's low expectations. You're down 21-0. Now, even though it got kickstarted by a 75-yard scamper by Dameon Pierce, you're able to move the ball and able to do some things. But once the game gets tight, once it starts getting crunch moments, the pressure's on. He buckles under the pressure. Pressure, bust a pipe or make a diamond. He ain't no diamond. He is not a diamond. He is not a diamond. This is not Players Club. He is not a diamond. He is busting like pipes. He's a busted pipe. That's what happens. That's the reason why you have picks in this game. That's why you have the errant throws against the Broncos. That's why you have the pick against the against Chicago. That's the reason why you are 0 for 4 in the fourth quarter against the Colts. They end up getting a time in the game. That's the reason why you're not producing, because there's pressure in these moments. There's pressure on the season right now for you to be the franchise quarterback. That's what everybody, fans-wise, believe you to be, because like I've been saying for the longest, the fans act more like Davis Mills is the franchise quarterback and not the organization. And a shout out to, speaking of the organization, man, shout out to Wise. Wise was the first person that brought this up. And like I said, shout out to my boy Wise. He's the first person to bring this up, talking about when are we going to start questioning Lovey. Because he brought this up before the season started about, I got questions about Lovey. Like, that last year in Chicago, what really happened? What really happened out there in Tampa Bay? What was happening in Illinois? Like, nobody's going to hire Lovie Smith. I got some real questions. And I kind of know what, hey, man, he got the resume. He been in the NFC Championship game. He been in the Super Bowls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because Lovie is no more than a souped-up version of David Culley. And what I mean by this, he's definitely a stopgap. He's somebody who I believe that was hired on this team. I believe they hired David Culley to hold smooth over the hole and answer the Deshaun Watson questions. I believe that's really why David Culley was there. And I think they underestimated the fan base in Houston. Because, Cal and them, like, you know what, it's the Texans, it's the state of Texas, it's football, they gonna come, they love us, whatever, no matter how bad. We've seen 2-14 teams and they still been a sold out crowd. They didn't realize that the Texan fandom and the fans have had it up to here with all the nonsense that's been going on with this organization over the past 20 years. So, when they start seeing the ticket sales decline and nobody showing up in the stadiums and things like that, people protesting whatever it is they're doing. People like me on YouTube holding the franchise to the fire. Whoa. And then you talk about hiring Josh McCown, all the backlashes. Whoa. We need to do some things that put us back in the good graces with the fans. We need to do some of these things. Let's hire Lovie Smith. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to NFC Championship games. He's an actual legitimate coach, unlike David Culley. He's a guy who we can have do David Culley type things, but he will have more credibility because of he actually has credentials and pegs on the wall. Hey, and we'll put Toro with a grill and Toro with a beard mask. We'll have Toro riding out in the slab throwing up the H. We'll throw out all the Houston rappers. We'll bring Trey the Truth and Bum B and Paul Wall to talk about the Texans and doing stuff like that. We'll post 7-13 day. We'll do all this fan meet stuff. We'll have Lovie Smith call all the season ticket holder fans and be like, yeah, this is Coach Lovie. We'll do all of this stuff to get the fans back in the good graces of the team. That's what this is. That's all this is. All this is a facade. All this is a mirage. This is all pandering towards the fans to make the fans feel okay, so we won't leave an abandoned sinking ship. That's all it is. That's all it is. Because I believe this is what the Texans actually want. Because as of right now, the Texans will have the first pick in the draft, and I'm gonna have a video talking about what they should do. Then that's going to be coming up pretty soon, but this is the breakdown of the Chargers game. Because there's no way, especially when you're coming back in the game, why is you got Rex Burkhead out here catch a pass? And if Rex Burkhead's on the field, the ball is going to Rex Burkhead like Rex Burkhead is a Heisman Trophy candidate or something. Like, why is Rex Burkhead getting 5 targets? Why is he getting 5 targets? I don't give a damn. He scored a damn touchdown. He should have been on the field in the first place to score a touchdown. Then on 4th and 1, whatever kind of fluky play that was, and I know people want to talk about Pep. Hey, that's fine. That's fine, because I don't believe Pep is the OC long term either. But I do think this. I believe all of this is a setup for the future. I believe that's what they're doing. I believe that's what they're doing. Now I do believe that Kyle Allen was about to go in. I believe they were about to put Kyle Allen in. If it had been another 3 and out, or if it had been another turnover, just because the fans started to Started to get a little antsy in NRG. You start to hear a couple boos in NRG. And you haven't heard that when it comes to Davis Mills. We haven't heard that right now. So that stuff was starting to come. It was starting to come. So we all, hey, whoa, hey. Let's maybe put Kyle in. And then, Damian Pierce saved the day. He threw on the Superman cape and saved the day. 75-yard touchdown. Okay, the stadium back in it. Okay, now we can get a couple of chunk plays. Now the front running starting. Now Davis Mills, King front runner starting. Now, hey, ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. We down 21-0. Hey, this the whole Blake Bortles type of situation, putting up yards and stats in garbage time. When you're down 21-0. And you say, okay, maybe when it came to the Rams game last year, because they put in their prevent defense and third stringers. No, it's starting to become a trend now. Because when it's pressure type situations, when the game is tight and it's close, and it's time for game winning drives, his eyes is big, his feet are shuffling, he don't know what to do with the football, he's staring down Brandon Cooks, he's staring down Rex Burkhead, he don't know how to slide his protection over, he don't know what he's doing. And this is not Davis Mills jersey, by the way, for y'all who out here commenting. This is DeAndre Hopkins. Don't play with me like that. But he don't know what he's doing. The palms start to get a little sweaty. It's a little sweaty. He get a little nervous when the game start getting tight. Oh, but when you down 21-0, I can sling it all over the yard. Then, hey, hold up, baby, hold up. We can score points now. Now we can score touchdowns. We back in it. Now the game start getting tight because the defense start making plays, special teams start making plays, start getting stops, 3 and outs, forcing turnovers from DeAndre Carter and things like that. Now we starting to get the ball in short field. They really expect me to do something now? Oh, I've been faking and been faking and funking this whole time, acting like I really was an NFL quarterback. Y'all really want me to? Okay. And now I don't know how to slide my protection over so Kenyon Green can protect me. Oh, I'm throw real high to OJ Howard. Oh, good. The coaches have saved me by putting Rex Burkhead instead of actually putting in the best offensive play on the team, maybe even the best play on the team, in Damian Pierce. Damian Pierce is, I think he has over 300 yards. I think Damian Pierce is on track as of right now to gain. He's on pace to gain 1,300 yards, 1330 if I'm not mistaken. I think he's on pace to gain 1,330. That will break Steve Slayton's rookie record for like 1,200. It was like I think Steve Slayton's like 1,290 if I'm not mistaken. So that would put him like 40 yards over Slayton's rookie record for the most rushing yards from a Texans rookie. Hopefully he can get that. That's like the one bright spot outside of, like I say, the Texans are in right now the only team that doesn't have a win. They 0-3-1, and they really could be 3-1. They could potentially even be 4-0. To be honest with you, I mean, you can make a case that they could have been 4-0. You can make a case that they should be 0-4. You can make a case that anything in between, 2-2, 3-1, 1-3. You can make a case for all these type of things, but at the end of the day, they are 0-3-1, 0-3-1, and I think it's by design. Maybe not 0-3-1. Maybe they prefer to be 0-4, 0-4. But you can make a case, and you can make a case. There's a lot of questions, coaching. Even though I don't really think they're real questions, I think that's really the plan. I think they just continue to try out Davis Mills out here because this really is tank season. It's time to secure the bag. That's what we're doing. Securing the bag for the #1 overall pick. That's what it seems like we're doing. Securing the bag for the #1 overall pick. Like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I holla.